Hey everybody, Mac here, and we are on version C of multiplying binomials, which is known by most people as foiling, F-O-I-L, which stands for first, outer, inner, and last. Okay? And so I'll show you what that means and make sure you understand that that's what the acronym means, because you'll hear, hey, FOIL this, and you need to know what that means. That's what it means. I do have a version A and a B, and I do have a video explaining this all, and it can all be found at maxtutorials.com. So if you haven't visited that yet, please do so. And I've got lots of cool things on math, and liking and subscribing to this video really helps. Now, I showed you all this really cool shortcut where all we do is write x squared and x, and when it's all said and done, we just add them to the middle, multiply them to the third, and that was really great. Well, this doesn't work in this one because these all have leading coefficients. What do I mean by a leading coefficient? That 2 right there is a leading coefficient. There's now a number in front of that x. So that little cool trick I showed you doesn't work anymore, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go slowly, and we're going to do this. 2x squared. Now we're going to do this. What's 2x times positive 5? That's a plus 10x. What is positive 3 times x? Plus 3x. And what's our last? Positive 15. Okay, so my answer now, because I'm always going to have that middle term, 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. Okay, let's keep going. Number 2, first, 3x squared. Outer, positive 6x. Inner, negative 4x. Last, negative 8. Remember, we're doing all the multiplying. We have some x's, so we get 3 squared, and that's going to turn into signs are different. So, well, go add a line, change the sign if you'd like. Plus 2x minus 8 is the final answer. Let's go on to number 3. Let's go first. What's 4x times 2x? Well, that's going to be 8x squared. What's 4x times negative 3? That's going to be negative 12x. Inners is going to be a plus 2x. And my last is going to be a negative 3. And when we put the middle together, it's going to be 8x squared minus 10x minus 3. Let's go on to number 4. First, 5x times x is 5x squared. Outies become a negative 30x. Innies become a negative 2x. And my last become negative times a negative is a positive. And when you put these together, I'm going to have 2 negative numbers. And when we have 2 negative numbers and we add them, we just add them and we keep the sign. So that's negative 32x. Okay? And that's going to be my final answer. Going on to number 5. First, 6x squared. Outer, plus 8x. Inner, plus 21x. Last, plus 28. Add these together. 6x squared plus 29x plus 28. Going on to number 6 out of 20. We have a 4x squared. Do my outies, I have a plus 32x. Do my innies, I have a negative 5x. And do my last, negative times a positive, that would be a negative. And so now look, my signs are different. Boom, boom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract them, keep the sign of the bigger number, which is positive. That's why I write the plus, minus 40. If that stuff is a little hard for you, go back to Max Tutorials. And in Chapter 1, I do a lot of stuff with negative numbers. And so that can help you. If the combining like term, if that's a little bit rough, you can always go back to chapter. Actually, I do that in Chapter 1 still. So that's where I kind of deal with all my negatives. You want to make sure you're really strong on that stuff so that the hard stuff you can focus on and the easy stuff you can get done. I probably shouldn't have said easy. I mean, anything is hard if it's new, right? Okay, but then you're going to learn it and you're going to do great at it. Okay, signs are different, so we're going to subtract and we're going to keep the sign of the bigger number, which is positive, and the third is going to be a negative 6. Great job. Let's go on to number 8 now. Okay, my first is going to be a 5x squared. My outies, 5x times negative 2 is a negative 10x. Innies, negative 7 times x is negative 7x. And my last, a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, let's do my little added line change a sign there. and I'm going to get 5x squared. Signs are the same, so you add and you keep the sign, and copy. You'll always have these middle terms when you do the foiling, okay? So let's go on to number 9. This is going to be an 8x squared plus 2x plus 36x, and the last one is going to be a plus 9. Look at these guys right here. 8x squared plus 38x plus 9. Good job. Number 10, first is going to be a 6x squared, outers, positive 15x, go with the sign. Negative 8 times 2 is minus 16x. And last is going to be a minus 40. And we're going to add a line. We're going to change the sign. Okay, and we're going to get 6x squared. Now, what's a positive 15 plus a negative 16? That's a negative 1. But I don't have to write the 1. In fact, you shouldn't write the 1. That's just negative x minus 40. All right, let's go on to number 11 now. Wow, I have a lot of problems here. Okay, so I guess these guys do take a little more time when you can't use a shortcut, huh? What's 3 times 4? 12x. 10 times 1, that's just going to be a plus 10x. And make sure that you're always looking at the signs as well. Signs are different, so I'm going to subtract them, and I'm going to keep the sign of the bigger number, which is negative, and that's how we get that answer. Let's go to number 12. First, 2x times 5x is 10x squared. 2x times negative 4, that's minus 8x. Negative 1 times 5, that's a negative 5x. And a negative 1 times a negative 4 is a positive, come on, there we go, positive 4. Add a line, change the sign. Both signs are negative, so I'm just going to add them up to a negative 13x. Okay, let's go on to number 13 here. Okay, 3x times x is going to be 3x squared. Do my outies, which is a plus 6x. Do my innies, which is a plus 11x. Do my outies, which is a plus 22. Look like terms. 3x squared, add them up, plus 17x. And you just copy the third. Okay? Number 14, that's going to become an 8x squared. Now I'm going to do my outies, which is a plus 12x. Now I'm going to do my innies, which is a minus 12x. And I'm going to get a last, which is minus 18. Add a line, change the sign. Oh dear, look at these. Positive 12x plus negative 12x. Well, I know what happens to that. They go away. If they go away, you just don't write them. And you just leave that as the answer. Okay? And that's fine. Let's go on to number 15. 5x times x is a 5x squared. Outies, that's going to become a negative 35x because of the negative 7. Positive 4 times x is positive 4x. And positive 4 times negative 7 is going to be a negative 28. Notice I'm saying positive and negative, not plus and minus. I think when you use those words, it does help. Signs are different, so you subtract and you keep the sign of the bigger number. Okay? Good job, guys. 5 more to go. Hang in there with me. I'm going to do my first, and I'm going to get a 6x squared. I'm going to do my outies and get a negative 4x. Let's do my innies, which is a negative 27x. And let's do my last, which is going to be a positive 18. There's my like terms. They're both negative, so I'm just going to add them together to a negative 31x plus 18. Cool. We got 4 more to go here. What's 4x times x? That would be a 4x squared. Let's do my outies, which is a plus 20x. Let's do my innies, a plus 12x. Let's do my last. 12 times 5 is a plus 60. I got my like terms, 4x squared plus 32x plus 60. So you can do these really, really quick once you got a pattern. And if you notice, look at all these. They all kind of look the same, right? All the steps are the same where I underline. Even the lines. A lot of people don't like to do the lines, but look, that took me no time at all. And then all of a sudden, I can just go 6x squared. And then I can go outies, which is a positive 24x. And then I can do my innies, which is a negative 6x. And I can do my last, which is a negative 24. Add a line, change the sign. And I'm going to get a, I didn't need to do that line. I don't normally do that. 6x squared. Let me see if I can kill this line. I don't like me having that. Go away, line. Go away, go away, go away. Go away, go away, go away. There we go. That's what I do the line on. So notice I have a positive 24 and a negative 6. It's going to be a positive 18x, and I just write my negative 24. Way to hang in there, guys. Two more. 5x times 2x, 10x squared. Now my outies. Notice I'm drawing the lines, and that's a negative 30x. Now 5x multiplied both. Now my 9's got to multiply by both, and I get a plus 18x, and now I do my last, and I'm going to get a negative 54. These are my like terms. 10x squared, signs are different, so I subtract. I keep the sign of the bigger number. Boom, done. Look at that. Last one. First, that gives me a 4x squared. Outers, that gives me a negative 4 times 13. Don't make me think. That's going to be a 52x. And then I'm going to get a negative 2x. And last, I'm going to get a positive 26. When I put these guys together, I'm going to get a 4x squared minus 54x plus 26. Okay, so that's basically it, guys. That's how we do FOIL. I know this C was a little bit longer than the others, but remember the shortcut I showed you. That shortcut's going to come in later when we do the factoring, but also know the long way too, because we do got to know that as well. Great job on the foiling. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.